Hi guys, again. I am Malik from the ABP Framework Core Team, and I will talk about why we should make some contributors to framework, why it's important. I want to talk about that, and in here. And firstly, why is the ABP community important to us? ABP community important for us because we don't develop the internal project or internal framework just for ourselves. We develop the framework project for all developers. And from this side, your feedback and young contributors are very important for us to understand the big picture. Sometimes we can focus on the project and we can ignore or skip some point. With your feedback, we can be aware and can understand your wishes. And also, if we need, we can determine our roadmap and change some strategic technique points. And another question, why we should use framework? Most of frameworks has more features and infrastructure to build before you by the core team or by the community. And also it's valid for ABP framework. In ABP framework, a logging mechanism, multi-language, multi-tenancy, and a lot of different features are added in default, and via small chance you can use all of that, and don't need to you don't need to repeat yourself, and you can focus on business side. And as you know, ABP framework is an open source framework, and you can change everything if you want, and there isn't any restriction for that. Lastly, what our expectations from the ABP community? We expect giving more feedback and make some contributors to ABP framework. Also work together with us. If you ask how we can do it, in the next page, Ismail will mention about that, and also Hamza prepared some showcases for you. And lastly, again, I will return this point. For now, it's enough for me. Thanks.
Thank you. And next, I think Ismail will be explaining you how he has made the contributions to the ABP framework and showcase of his contributions. And you are muted, Ismail. Yeah, we are hearing you.
All right.
Maybe you can start explaining who you are, and then.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Ismail Yilmaz, a full stack developer who has more than 7 years of experience in areas mostly related to web, such as dynamic application security, HR management, e-commerce, data center management, etc. Currently, I work as a senior software engineer for Invictus Security. For the audiences who don't know about Invictus Security, it's a leading company in the dynamic application security testing area, and our best-known products are Invicti, formerly NetSparker, and Aconetics, which are web application vulnerability scanners. That's about me, Alper. And as I remember, you also asked me the question of how did I first hear about ABP?
Yes.
Yeah, well, to answer your question, I would say, one day I realized that we were repeating ourselves too much while developing software. Malik already mentioned them, like authorization and authentication, cross-cutting concerns, audit logging, exception handling, admin panel, public side, etc. you know I'm sure that most of us already know about these things. These are repetitive things, so I wanted to develop my own startup template to um, to minimize these repetitions for my possible next projects, let's say. And I started to research my idea of creating a startup template, a ready-to-use Visual Studio solution, and immediately I found ASP.NET boilerplate framework project, and I was, kind of like, wow, they already did it, and they did it much better than I actually tell. And I read all of its documentation, almost all of its documentation, and
Great.
then I immediately became probably one of the biggest fans of ABP, and I also uh, try to contribute ABP whenever I have time, and that's all about me and how
Yeah,
I
thank you.
first hear about ABP framework.
Thank you. And will you show your contributions, or
Well,
should we?
I actually prepared a slide page that is,
Mhm.
that is related to how I usually contribute ABP. Let me share it with you. Well, here it is. Um, uh,
I,
uh,
I will
it's a,
try
it's
to.
actually it's a contribution guide or checklist that consists of
Mhm.
a few steps. I usually follow this guide to contribute ABP framework. Actually, the guide is not specific to contributing to ABP. You may use it when you want to contribute any open source projects, and I think the guide will be so useful for the community members, for the audiences who want to contribute ABP, but they are not sure where to start.
Mhm.
Here is the steps of the contribution guide. The first step is find an issue on GitHub. Well, it's funny.
Or create your issue.
Yeah. Or you create your issue, but uh, to be honest, in my humble opinion, actually, this is the hardest step because I spend a lot of my time to find an issue to contribute. Maybe ABP Core Team may, create a label like contribution ready or uh, ready to contribute, something like that, to help possible, contributors. I really spend a lot of time on finding an issue. Anyway, the second step is to understand the root cause of the issue, or if it is a feature request, I mean, not an issue, not a bug. Uh, Try to understand the real requirement of the issue. This is one of the most important step, because if you don't want to spend your time for nothing, please make sure you really understand the root cause of the issue. The third step is share your possible fix with the community. This is also another important step, um, because you need to hear what the others think about your fix. But please do not share all of your code. I mean, all of your code that will fix the issue, because if you do that, you will make the reviewer responsible for your code. So please just explain how do you want to handle the issue. The step number 4 is shake hands on the final fix or solution. probably with a core team member. They are really so helpful. They will support you for sure. The number the next step, the step number 5 is try to use existing features of ABP as much as possible, like string extensions or collection extensions of ABP, or ABP also has a conventional dependency injection mechanism. Please use existing features of ABP as much as possible if you don't want to invent the wheel again. The last step is don't forget your unit tests if you don't want to fail. Sometimes I forgot about unit tests and then I failed. So make sure that you write your unit test and run all of them to see what are the effects of your codes. In this meeting, Alper, there will be a showcase section where I show you one of my contributions to ABP, and during the showcase section, I will show you how I follow my contribution guide. I think it will be helpful for the community members.
So you will be sharing this in the end, I think.
Yeah, not now. And that's all about me and my story of meeting ABP and my contribution.
That's very cool.
Guide.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Ismail. It was very good to understand how a general contribution guide is done. Next, I think we are switching to Hamza. Yes, we are on you, Hamza. And I think you will show us how to fork, build the ABP stuff, send pull requests, creating issues, something like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. My name is Hamza Albrahim, and I will be showing you, let's move on to PowerPoint first. So we, as the community members of the ABP framework, how do we fork? How do we download the repository, clone the repository after forking it, and how do we build it, get it to work? How to also create issues, like if you see a bug or if you have a feature request, and also how to send a PR and how a pull request is handled. Now I'm going to switch to GitHub, and I'm just going to go to the repository, ABP Framework /ABP, right? The repository right here, and I'm going to fork it just as you fork anything on GitHub. And as you can see, I have already done this before, because to save time, of course, after you fork it and name it what you want, you're going to go to code from here, and then you're going to clone it, right? But of course, I also saved the time and cloned it beforehand. And as you can see right here, there will be a message right here that pops and tells you that, do you want to do this for your own purpose or as a contribution? And of course, I picked to contribute, right? Now, after that, it will take you to the repository directory right here. Now, you will go to this folder, and we're going to find this solution to open up the framework. It'll take you to this one right here. Now, after you do this step, you are going to, of course, have to build it and get it to work. How do we do that? Let's go back to here, and let's take a step back, and let's go to the build right here. I'm going to take the directory of this build folder, and I'm going to go to the PowerShell. I'm going to navigate to it, and then I'm going to run the command.
Hamza, you may need to get the font size bigger, because I think
sorry about that.
People are
right here. Can you see it? It's better like this. So
yeah,
this command right here, I've taken it from the documentation of the ABP framework, of the contribution documentation, and I'm going to run it right here. Now, keep in mind, this will take time, a lot of time. Let me just make it bigger. This is going to take a lot of time, so let's keep it to build, and let's take a look at how we can contribute something. Let's try to contribute something, a little thing.
This is getting too much time because we are using a mono repository.
Yeah.
That's why it's building all the related stuff, modules and other projects as well.
Exactly. And so, for example, let's find this project right here. Let's find the localization folder of it, and let's find the English version. Now, I'm going to add something of my own. I'm going to call it Hello ABP Community. Hello ABP. Okay. I'm gonna press Control and S, and as you can see, my changes will be shown right here. Now I'm gonna commit the div, though that if you find, for example, a bug or something that needs to be fixed on the next release, you're gonna have to pick the release branch, of course. But I'm just gonna commit to div right now because this is just gonna be an example, and I'm gonna call it ABP Talks Test. I'm going to commit to it and then push origin. After that, let's go back to GitHub and let's find it again. As you can see right here, this branch is one commit ahead, and let's contribute by opening a pull request. As you can see right here, this is the base repository, the ABP Framework repository, and the base branch, which is dev, right? And here is our repository, the fork, and our branch. I'm going to create the pull request, and I'm going to call it whatever I want to call it right here. And I'm going to leave my comment. And also, do not forget, if you are contributing something or doing something for the UI, do not forget to take screenshots of it, like this, for example.
Yeah, if you are making UI enhancement or bug fix, it's good to see it before building any solution.
Okay, but the screenshot had some problem for coming, but do not forget to put the screenshot right here as in the contribution.
So the reviewer can easily understand what you are doing.
Of course. And right here, I'm gonna create the pull request, and I'm gonna take the link and send it to my friend Malik. So Malik can take it from here.
So maybe you can explain what's the base branch and what's the other from branch.
Yeah, so the base branch is, of course, the branch that we are contributing to in the ABP Framework repository. So we are sending it from our branch, from the fork branch right here, the tester test, right, this one.
Yeah. And I'm going to add something to your talk. Can you open the branch list?
This one.
In your GitHub desktop application.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is. Okay, so if any contributor is fixing a bug in a specific version, like 5.2, then he or she needs to switch first 5.rel-5.2 and then make the changes there. And afterwards, it's being automatically merged to the dev branch. So the dev branch is the latest branch, which has not been published yet to public, and it's still in progress. It means it's the latest, but has not been published yet. But the other rel branches are already published stable versions. So I would like to add this information to your words.
Okay, I sent the link to my friend Malik, and he will take it from here and show us how a pull request is handled. But before that, I will also show you how to fix a typo in the documentation or contribute to it if you found something. Now, let's go back to the ABP Framework documentations, and let's go to the latest one. Now, let's suppose that you have found something or found a typo or wanted to contribute to the ABP Framework documentation. Now, let's suppose this one right here, and let's suppose that you wanted to add something, some other bullet point right here. All you have to do is you're going to scroll to the top and you're going to click on the edit button right here. Now, from here, you can see the documentation just right here. And you're just going to click on this little pen icon right here, the edit one. And right here, let's edit this dot, or let's say, for example, we have one more. Let's call it Hello ABP Community. After that, you're going to propose your changes right here. I'll call it ABP Talks Test. And we'll put anything right here, and we're going to propose changes. And this will also take us again to a pull request, to create the pull request, and we will repeat the same thing according to the branch, which is the version right here. So from here, Malik, my friend, is going to take it from here.
Okay. This site is provided by ABP Framework Core Team, but even so, to understand a general session, we want to show you. And now, from pull request, I click the Hamza's change, and in here I can his change, and from file change tab, we can find his change in here. And if you want to add some comment, we can add some comment in here, and click Start Leave from that. And also from here you can send some comment, or you can approve, or can request some new change from the developer. And for now, I want to click approve and submit review. After that, it's ready to merge pull request. If I click that, it will merge into dev. For now, we don't do it. And lastly, after merging, we need to remove the old branch. And lastly, click close pull request, and it will be ready. I think it's enough for me. Thanks.
Malik, will you show you ABP platforms where people can share ideas and technical issues, like Stack Overflow, GitHub discussions?
Okay, I can continue.
Or is there any other plan in this talk?
No problem. Okay, I can continue with that. After that, Hamza can continue from his side. And in this page, I want to mention how can I help others. And sometimes we can need some support, or we can want to help others. And for that, I will talk for three methods. And first one, Stack Overflow. Second one, GitHub issues and discussions. And lastly, I will talk about Discord. And the core team weekly check and daily check all platforms, and try to answer all questions as soon as possible. But even so, when community want to make some contributes, they can do it easily. I will mention about all of them one by one. Firstly, I want to talk about Stack Overflow. And after going Stack Overflow, you can click text and search ABP. After then, you can click ABP site, and there are a lot of questions. If you need support, or if you have any question, you can ask your question from that, or you can answer the question. I want to show two examples or two questions. And first one, is answered was answered by Engin from ABP ABP Framework Core Team, and another one answered by Jordi from community or from anyone, and you can do the same progress. It will be good for you and for community. I think it's a win-to-win model. And secondly, I want to mention GitHub issues. And after coming ABP framework, you can click issues from here. Again, there are a lot of tickets, and you can choose and work on that. Already, Ismail talked about that, and the first, the hardest step is finding the good issue. And also, if you are new in ABP framework, you can choose this label, good first issue. This label is new label, and this time we try to add into new tickets for you to work on them easily. Also, you can, if you need any help, you can create a new issue. Already Hamza mentioned about that. And lastly, I want to talk about Discord. Already Alper talked about that, and last week we have reached 700 members, and now we are more, and day to day we are growing very fast. If you want, you can join us from here, and you can ask your question. Already there are a lot of ABP Core Team member and some ABP top contributors and other members for here, and you can ask your question from different channel, UI, Angular, Blazor, MVC, or other something. And also, I want to talk about GitHub issues, and GitHub issues is working integrated via GitHub. As you see, Hamza created a new issue, and it warns us automatically, and you can follow the issues from here also. Yeah, I think it's my side. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you. Hamza, I'm adding you to the stream.
Hello again.
Hello.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, now we see it.
Okay. So, how do we localize our own language? Now, let's suppose that you have a project, ABP-based project, and you wanted to localize your own language in this project. Or let's suppose that you wanted to localize it in the framework, sorry, in the framework itself, or in one of the modules. Now, right here, we have a good example of localizing your own language, and it will only be in this scenario from the localization folder of the project. Now, again, if we have the framework or if we have one of the modules and you wanted to localize your own language, you're just going to find the localization folder, and you're going to create a new JSON folder right here, a new JSON file, and you're going to call it with your language. You're going to copy the whole English one, and you are going to translate it after that. But what if it was a startup template, or if it was a personal or private solution? Then you're going to have to do an extra step. Let's have an example. I have a new ABP-based solution that I have created just right now before the ABP talks, and I have it open right here. Let's have an example of localizing a new language. I'm going to navigate to domain shared. And after that, I'm going to find the localization folder of it right here. I'm going to find the same name of the project. And as you can see, here is the localization. Now, I'm going to create a new JSON file, and I'm going to call it DA, as for Danish, as the new language that I want to localize. Now I'm going to navigate to the English one, and I'm going to copy all of it. I'm going to go back to the Danish one, and I'm going to change this one to DA. And for the sake of the example, I'm not going to translate all of it. I'm just going to call it home in Danish. Welcome in Danish. Welcome to the application. This is a startup project based on the ABP framework For more information, visit abp.io in Danish. Now I'm going to save this, but by this, we have not added the localization yet. We need to do an extra step, just like we said right here. This is a whole project. This is another project, not in the framework itself, not one of the modules. We're going to have to do an extra step. And so we're going to navigate to the web project, and we're going to find the same name of the solution with web module. And we're going to add it right here, as you can see. I'm just going to copy one of those, and I'm going to change this one to DA, and right here I'm going to call it Danish. Save it and run it, and let's see. See how it goes. Okay. So once we're in, we can find all of the languages right here, and we can find the new one, Danish. Once I click onto it, you're going to find home in Danish, and we're going to find welcome to the application. This is the blah, blah, blah in Danish. And what else we have? What else have we localized? Yeah, that's it, I suppose. And this is how you localize your own language in a startup template or a project. For the solutions and modules, the localization folder is enough for it, just like what we did right here. Okay, now next up, for us as ABP community members, how do we contribute to the ABP framework? Or sorry about this. How do we, if you created content and you wanted to share it to the ABP community or like submit it to us so we can showcase it as well, how can you do that? Simple as going to ABP.io. We're going to go to community from here, and you can find the button right here, submit your post. Now we have three main ways. The first one and the easiest one is GitHub itself. Now you're just gonna go to the repository, as let's take one of the examples right here. Now this one is the GitHub one. You're just gonna share your repository, but if we scroll to the bottom right here, we can find it. Here it is. Here is an example of someone contributing to the ABP framework using GitHub. All you gotta do is you're gonna paste the link of your repository just right here, and you're gonna pick a title for it, and you're gonna put in the description the summary. But keep in mind that you have to put everything that you want to be rendered right here. Everything you want it to be rendered right here should be in a markdown file. So all of this is getting rendered from this README markdown file. Keep this in mind. This is the most important point when you want to contribute something on GitHub. Next up, we have another way, which is YouTube. If you've created a YouTube video using ABP for ABP Framework to contribute to it, you're just going to paste the link of the video right here. You're going to put on the title, the summary, and the description, and it will be shown just like this one. Just like this one right here. This is a YouTube contribution. Same with the third way, but this one is another platform. Whatever the platform is, if it's any other site, you're just gonna submit the link right here. You're gonna put on the title and the summary. And that's how you contribute to the ABP framework and showcase it to the ABP community. Thank you all.
Thank you, Hamza. It was great to learn. And next, Ismail, I think you will show us your contributions and how to make these contributions. And I'm removing Hamza. And we are
All right.
back.
Yeah. Well, Albert, if you remember, I told you that I have my own contribution guide,
Yeah.
my contribution checklist. Let me show you how I contributed to ABP by following one of my contribution guide through one of my contributions. All right. Here is the issue, and here is my contribution guide. The first step was finding an issue. Finding an issue, and I saw someone in the comments said, please make sure also there is there is no assignee for the issue.
Yeah, it's very
if you don't
important.
want to, if you don't want to spend time on something that someone is already working on. Well, that is important. And the second step was try to understand the root cause of the issue. Well, for this issue, I thought that it's already implemented. I mean, I was trying to understand the root cause, but I was wrong. A core team member, Halil, explained me what it should be like, and I understood the root cause of the issue, and shared my and the step number 3 is share your possible fix with the community. So I shared my possible fix after I understanding the root cause, but it was not like what Halil wanted to fix the issue, because a core team member, of course, knows better than me about the framework. So he suggested me a way to fix the issue. So I understood it, and we made the step number 4 is shake hands on the final phase. So we made this step. So now we are agree on the solution. So the next step is try to use existing features of ABP. So it was the issue. Okay, I started to work on it. All right. Here is my pull request. I made it after. I mean, the issue is, after understanding the issue, I made my pull. I sent my pull request, and let me show you files, changed files. Hold on a second, please. Yeah.
GitHub has a bug, I think.
Sometimes it happens.
Not every platform is perfect.
Yeah, bugs are everywhere. All right, just a second. Yeah. The step number 5 was try to use existing features of ABP as much as possible. Yeah. For that step, ABP already has a testing infrastructure. So for these files, I use the testing infrastructure of ABP. I mean, I didn't use my own third-party unit testing tool. So try to use ABP features as much as possible. And the last step was, don't forget your unit tests. I already did it, as you can see. And also, I said that, core team members are really so helpful. They will support your contributions, like Halil did here for me. I mean, he suggested me something that makes my contribution way better. So after his suggestion, I did the change request, and then my contribution was ready to be merged. Well, that's all about my contribution guide.
Yeah, it's good to share your experiences. So you discuss with the core team member and share your solution, and you aligned with the solution with the team member, and then I think it got merged to the dev branch. Thank you. And I think we almost completed all our talk, and it's 1 hour already past it. Maybe I can try to answer some of the questions. Sergey is asking us if there is a support for HIPAA compliance. I think it's for health, something related with health insurance protocol or something like that. But it's a very specific topic. So I think in a short term, there is no support for this. Maybe you need to send your pull request for this one. And what else we have? Dick Baker, do you have just a single core team member to approve a PR? No, there is a team behind the ABP Core team. Many people are checking the issues and pull requests. And if your pull request is related to any topic that one of the team members is interested in, he is reviewing the topic. And all the pull requests are being pushed to Discord channel. So everyone in the team see your pull request, and we assign it to an experienced team member. And Kale, are there resources which explain the ABP GitHub repository structure? Actually, it's a very good question, by the way. We have a documentation of contribution. It's in the root menu of ABP Framework documents here, contribution guide. So this is a summary that we have talked today. This document is a summary of how to make these contributions. But in this document, I think we are missing the structure of ABP solution, because it's a very big solution here. I will show you in the ABP Framework. So there are many folders and different modules. I think I took a note about this, Kale. We will make a enhancement on this document. And what else? I'm checking the comments. I think we are all done. Thank you to you as well. And we are ending the session. Thanks for listening today. And I hope we will meet in the next community talk. Miguel?
Well, thank you for being with us today. I think it was very clear for the people who were wondering about how to contribute to an open source project overall. So you're still welcome to write your comments on this video. Okay, well, please be sure to like the video if you've liked it. We do ABP Community Talks on a regular basis, in which we talk and share ideas about specific topics on a monthly basis in Microsoft YouTube channel. You can watch this and previous community talks here in this YouTube channel. And you can follow this channel to be able to see the upcoming ones, or if you'd like to be notified about our announcements, you can follow ABP social media accounts on Twitter, or you can join our ABP Discord channel. So I think that will be all. Thank you, everyone, for being with us today.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Thank you,
Goodbye.
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.